Hey y'all, I had to get on here and talk about this situation that's going on right now with this government, the partial government shutdown. Like this shit is fucking hella crazy. Like them people up there, they don't understand like how this is really affecting people like all over. Like the American people that was fucking born here. That shit is affecting them so much, and they don't understand. Like they bickering and fussing up there, not able to come to an agreement, and it's just ridiculous. Like the whole thing is just absurd. It really is. Who is it? Hey Angela. Hey girl. So I wanted to talk about some of the things that is going on and how this is affecting a lot of people, and hopefully share some type of insight to help some people prepare, because the way that this stuff is going, I don't see the government opening up anytime soon. Okay, meaning this can last for months. Okay, not until like the end of February or the end of March, like until the damn bees start buzzing. Okay, or afterwards, meaning damn near the winter. I mean the spring to summer. That's what I see. Okay, so basically, the one thing that I do want to talk about, because I wrote a lot of notes down so I don't forget what it is I want to say. um, so the thing I'm going to talk about, all the things that is definitely affecting. So this government shutdown is definitely um, is affecting people that receive any type of public housing assistance. Okay, it's affecting people that receive food stamp benefits or any assistance with their food. Who is it? Hey. Hey. um. Okay, so it's affecting the SNAP benefits, the WIC programs. Okay. The public housing, the federal courts, but yeah, but I'll touch on that in a second. In the federal courts, but the thing is, they saying that the federal courts is about to run out of funding, the actual funding that they got, but they have some reserve funding that can last them probably up until, I'd say I'd say to like April. They got some funding that lasts them until April. So if your ass got to go to court in the federal court and you face some charges, you better take your ass to court. Okay, you don't got no free pass. You don't got no free pass. All right. So yeah, also this is going to be affecting the kids as far as the school lunches. Like if your kids receive free or reduced lunch in school, that shit is going to affect them too, because what does it say? Yeah, those funds for them run out in April. So if the shutdown continues until June, like I foresee, May or June, then your kids gonna be going without some fucking food in school, for a month or two. And so schools are out in what, June, the first week of June or something like that. So at least they'll be able to get a nutritious meal in the meantime, And I want to talk about the food stamp benefits, because the reason why a lot of people, and this is what's gonna make, I was so mad because like as soon as they started putting the food stamps on the card on, what was it, Thursday? It was Thursday, this Thursday. As soon as they started putting food stamps on the card, people all down, like especially in my city and down Lexington Market, they all like, oh, stamps out, stamps out, stamps out. Like, motherfuckers, are you dumb? Like, you really gonna sell your food stamps and you're on that they giving it to you early? This is not, they not giving this shit to you early because, um, so you can go out and sell these motherfucking stamps so the next month you can't have no food to feed your family. Like, come on now. The reason why they give them to you early is because they don't got no more money to give. okay? They don't have no more money to give you. And the crazy thing is that, like, people out there selling these motherfucking stamps like hotcakes and shit, and their family, their kids gonna need some food to eat, and they gonna be looking at their fucking parents like, where the meal at, and they don't got shit for them because they just sold the shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy. So people better start waking the fuck up and using what the fuck they got, learning how to preserve the things that they have. You see what I'm saying? As far as that is concerned, like, that really did make me mad, because, like, how you gonna be out selling your stamps knowing damn well you ain't getting no more next month? And the fucking government, who knows how long this shit can be shut down? Like I said, this shit, I see it lasting until June. Okay? And the Democrats, Nancy Pelosi, that bitch ain't playing. She ain't fucking giving in. Trump ass ain't fucking giving in. So we got all these motherfucking people that ain't giving in, okay, regardless of how many other people is being affected by this shit. You see what I'm saying? And I want to talk about these Democrats real quick. And I vote Democrat. I'm a Democrat. But at the end of the day, if these motherfuckers don't get it together up there and start learning how to compromise, because I voted for their asses for a reason. I voted for them to be able to compromise and be able to fucking do some diplomatic shit up in there, okay? But having these standoffs with Trump right now over this motherfucking wall is not the time for them to be doing it. It's really not the time for them to do that shit. Like, come on now. And I swear, if this motherfucking shutdown lasts, they waiting for Trump to fucking open the government. He's not doing it. Okay? He's not going to do it. He's going to stand by what the fuck he wants. Let me tell you this. The federal government workers that was furloughed, they all came to an agreement. They gonna get a back payment, even though they working right now for free. They still gonna get the back payment. They had signed the paperwork already last week, so they still gonna get their money, basically, right? But they couldn't come up with no paperwork to be signed for people that have like housing vouchers and shit like that. They couldn't come up with no paperwork to be signed for the landlords to get back payment while the government is out. Let's think about that. But they signed the paperwork for the federal workers to get back payment once the government open up, right? But not for the landlords and shit. So that means that people that's getting public assistance and shit like that, they about to be out on the street. Their landlords ain't gonna have time, and they do have reserve funds, but those reserve funds is not, that's for like maintenance and shit. That's not for like taking care of everybody fucking rents and stuff like that. And these landlords, they gotta pay their own stuff. They have their own bills they gotta pay. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then the people that's mostly affected is gonna be women with children and elderly people. Okay? And some people that's like thrown in the mix, but the majority is the elderly and the women and children. Now these Democrats, the ones that I voted for now, if you're a Democrat, you voted for these motherfuckers too. They willing to actually risk they willing to actually risk elderly people and women with children to be set out in the home on the street. Okay, mind you, it's wintertime. Okay, it's not like it's fucking spring or summer. It's winter. Okay, you'd rather risk that. Okay, you'd rather risk them going without eating. Okay, just despite Trump, and say no, we're not giving you, $5.7 billion for a wall, but what we will give you is $1 billion for border security, though. But you can't give him at least $3 billion towards a wall. Like, y'all can't come to some type of agreement. I mean, you're gonna find a way to get $5.7 billion out of our asses anyway. Y'all spend trillions of dollars on bullshit that don't got nothing to do with this fucking country anyway. So what is the point of not giving him this $5.7 billion to put this motherfucking wall up? All he want to do is secure these fucking borders, stop these fucking illegal ass motherfucking people from coming in here any old kind of way, selling their asses in here, taking our fucking jobs, damn near taking everything from our asses. And the people that actually live here can't even get a decent fucking job. They saying, oh, American citizens ain't gonna pay for those jobs. First of all, I got a 13-year-old son. Okay, my son is about to be able to work for summer jobs and shit at Taco Bell and all that. But my motherfucking son ain't gonna be able to get no job at Taco Bell when it's his time to work because he gotta fucking compete with Jose and them, okay? Or Jose and them, and they grown as shit. You see what I'm saying? Why should my American son have to compete with a grown ass fucking immigrant? Let's be real, for a job. Let's be real. And he was born here on this soil. So that's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying that I don't agree. I don't agree with none of the answers, to be honest. Can you open my blinds back up, please? I was using that light. So yeah, I mean, I don't agree with a lot of this stuff that's going on, but at the end of the day, you know, if all he want to do is secure the borders and secure the ports and make sure everything is secure around this country, so that people can just, you know, so that when people do decide to come over here, they come over here like regular ass fucking people. Like if we go to another country, we gotta go through, you know, certain regulations and processes before we can even enter in those countries. You know, we can't just go to other countries and just waltz our asses up in there and make a home for ourselves like half these people did, you know. And that's all I'm saying. So for all y'all out there that's listening to fucking Cardi B and all them fucking other dumbass people who don't know what the fuck they talking about, talk about, oh, you should impeach Trump and all that. Whether or not you impeach him or not, we still gonna have this fucking problem, okay, with these illegal people coming through here. We still gonna have these issues regardless. So why not get the fucking, let's see if this damn wall works. Let's see if it works. Why not? Like, this shit is just crazy. And they won't give him the money. They want him to open the government. He's not going to do it. Y'all already know what type of person he is, okay? Now, he one of them type of people that gets what he wants all the time. Like, I thought that he was an Aries person, but he ain't. I looked it up. He had cancer, believe it or not, which is crazy as fuck. I didn't look up his birth chart, but I'm pretty sure he got Aries running all through that motherfucker. But, yeah, but what I'm saying is that, like, them fucking Democrats that I voted for, like, I'm serious, like, and y'all need to be thinking about this shit. Like, they ready to put their own fucking American people under the bus in spite because they don't want to give in to what Trump wants, which is something that's going to protect us anyway. You know what I'm saying? Which is something that's going to benefit us anyway. If he put the wall up, that's going to benefit us because then they won't be able to come through over there. Then he could work on securing the ports and the other points of entry into this country. You see what I'm saying? That's going to help us out in the long run, so why not invest in it? That's all I'm saying. So if these motherfucking Democrats that I voted for, if they don't get this shit together by, I would say, by the end of June, I mean, not the end of June, by the end of February to the beginning of March, them motherfuckers better not be looking at me for my vote next time around, okay, when it's time to vote, because they won't get it, okay? And a lot of y'all that need to be thinking, y'all need to be thinking logical about this shit. Like, is this really logical? Like, come on now, the Democrats, they supposed to be about helping people, all for the people, this and that and the third, but you ain't doing shit for us right now by not seeing the benefits of what this guy is doing. You know, you hate him so much that, you know, you don't want to give in to what he wants. And that's just crazy. Like, I don't understand. It's not like he want a fucking, he just want a wall to put up a wall. He want a damn wall to fucking secure the people so that illegal immigrants don't bring their asses over here any old kind of way. The fuck? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, and I don't know. Like, I don't know what y'all think, but I think that shit is just crazy. How they just standing, like, this is not the time to be battling about that. It's really not. They can have so many other things that they can fucking discuss and battle over. But protection of the country is not one. It's really not one. That's not one of the things that you fuss about. You know? And also, what else I want to say about these damn people that's in office? The Republicans and Democrats, all their asses. Like, they need fucking new people in the office, okay? Not these old ass motherfuckers that's set in their ways, that's you know, that they need people in office who know both sides of the fence. Like, people that grew up in the hood or grew up from nothing and made their way into something, okay? Because at least when those type of people go into office and these type of issues arise, they think about everything as a whole, not just that hate for a person, or they don't like a person for what, for this or that. They think about the actual fucking people and everything. You see what I'm saying? And then they able to make logical, rash decisions, for the country. Logical and rash decisions for the country. So yeah, I think that people from the hood and shit like that, or people that grew up from nothing, y'all asses need to be looking into running for government and shit. Y'all need to be joining, trying to find some organizations to back y'all up and fund y'all and shit like that. Cause I vote from a motherfucker from the hood any day. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of what party they decide to go to. Because at least they'll have some fucking clear sense of mind when these decisions is coming up. That's what I think. Shit, that's what the fuck I think. But I don't know. So back to and they about to cut the WIC. Let me see. So they said that the WIC funding for the WIC program for the women's, infant, and children's, that funding runs out in February. Okay, there's people that still having babies. Y'all must don't know how much these fucking cans of fucking milk cost. Like for y'all must don't know how much these cans of milk cost for these infants. Like my kids is almost damn near teenagers now, but I remember when they was, the motherfucking milk cans was like damn near $14 for a can. So these parents is about to have to switch their motherfucking children to breast milk or something, or pet milk or carnation milk, something, okay, so that their kids can get the supplements. And then the food is gone, so even if they breastfeeding the babies, the mother still ain't getting enough nutrition to even provide enough nutritious milk for the damn child to even grow strong, and healthy. So that's just crazy. Like, the Democrats ain't even paying attention to that shit. They ain't paying attention to none of that. Okay, it's these, and not only are they not gonna be able to be fed, they about to be put out in the goddamn street somewhere in the cold, and it's wintertime. You see what I'm saying? Like, they need to fucking give the motherfucker the money, or talk to him about getting half the money. Because as they can see, they had came to him, okay, the House had came to an agreement on what they wanted. But when they had put the bill on Trump's desk, Trump was like, oh, hold up, wait a minute. The money for my wall ain't here. Everything else is here, but the money for the wall ain't here. So I'm not signing it. You see what I'm saying? They had put that shit on his desk 9 or 10 times. Then they came up with another agreement. What was it? Yesterday or the day before yesterday. And fucking Nancy Pelosi is talking about, no. Like, girl, like, you can't do that at this time. Like, this is not the time to be doing that. Like, give the motherfucker the wall. Just give it to him. Or give him half the money towards it. Like, come on now. If we look at Trump, like, he this selfish ass motherfucker. Like, he come off that way because he say, like, personally, me and him couldn't be friends because he say shit that I don't fucking agree with, but at the end of the day, despite of what I really think about him, I think that he's absolutely right about this fucking, about what's going on with these immigrants coming through the fucking border and shit like that. And he has every right, and it actually makes some kind of sense to want to secure the borders, okay, to stop that type of shit from going on. And that way in the future, you can have some type of real system when people do come over here, that they have to go through these different processes before they can get over here. It makes a lot of sense to me. So, even though I don't really like him, if me and him was in a room together, we wouldn't get along because he say shit that I just wouldn't agree with. But I can agree on this wall situation. I don't understand why he needs so much money for it. It's only steel, but just say he do get the money for the wall. That will open up more jobs for the actual Americans that are here who actually have those type of skills as far as, I don't know what those skills is called. I think it's called like welding and building, basically. I don't know. But the Americans that do have those type of skills, they would have those jobs available for them once they start building a fucking wall, So that's enough opportunity for people to feed their families and take care of their homes. So, I mean, you just have to look at things in all different perspectives. Like, you really have to look at it all different perspectives. Like, whether you're a Democrat and you can't stand Republicans, like, I'm pretty sure that if this shit ain't making sense to you, then you must be a fucking alien. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, I just lost my whole train of thought. So it was some other stuff that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, and the school lunches for the kids. Like, if this, I'm pretty sure like it's gonna go all the way in. And the thing about it is that like if you some of them people that's receiving food stamps and stuff like that, y'all really better prepare yourselves. Like, start getting like canned good products, tuna fish, like vegetables, fucking rice, beans, box foods, like all that shit. Y'all better start fucking stacking up on that because y'all gonna be using that to make y'all fucking meals for your family. Because I see this shit going on until fucking June, especially with these Democrats. They acting like, you know, I don't know. They acting like they want Trump to open up the fucking government, and he's not doing it. You know, he's not gonna do it. Like, they have to give into what he wants in order for this thing to work out. Yeah, they have to give into what he wants. And that's the only way. And I don't see the reason why they wouldn't do it. It's not like he want to build a wall for some other shit, you know, unless there's an underlying reason for why they won't give into what he want. Why they putting, you know, their own American people at jeopardy like this. Because then, think about this. When the food stamps run out and actually all the money on the cards and everything and the machines start processing, okay, and these people that's actually really needing this stuff, what you think they're going to do when they can't really get no food? They're going to go out there and robbing and stealing, right? Which is going to affect other people in the society. It's going to affect other people. It's like a trickle down effect. Okay, this shit is going to it's going to explode into something bigger, and it's going to affect a lot more things. There's going to be riots. It's going to be, you know, people robbing motherfucking pharmacies and shit like that. Now, the one thing that this don't affect though, the shutdown was not affecting. It's not affecting Social Security, right? If you but if you're applying for Social Security, or for people that's like just applying for Social Security, you might have to go through a longer process or something like that. But if you already receiving your benefits and your benefits is already processed and you've been getting it, then you should be good on that. And what else? So I'm going to bring up these points before I start talking about everything else that can fucking talk. Um, so the financial aid is not going to be affected. The only thing that was affected for the financial aid was the portion on the application when they asked the students about their income. Okay, and you know, most of the students, you know, they're using their parents' income because, you know, they don't have incomes of their own or something like that, or if you do have an income. So basically what they saying is that they will take the signed federal tax return form in place of the actual documentation due to the government shutdown. Okay, so people that's receiving financial aid, they should have no problem with getting it as long as they have the as long as they have the tax return, and it got to be signed too. Now, it's not going to really affect the military all that much. They have their own funding. They basically got their funding last year signed, so they fully funded throughout the whole year, basically. I did hear that some people didn't get their checks on Tuesday last week Tuesday, but they should be getting that money soon because they got money already for them. So if you work for the military, you should be fine. And yeah, but the crazy thing is that that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really mad And I want these fucking Democrats to just give the motherfucker the money for the wall, or give him half the money, or something like that. I mean, give him at least $3 billion. You know, if you don't want to give him uh, 5.7 billion or something like that. You know, or give his ass something, because in the end, I feel like it's gonna work out for us. You know, in the long run. So I don't know what y'all think, but let me know what y'all think about this shit. And I'm sorry I'm be cussing so much. It's like these kind of topics that upset me, I just cuss. Like, I don't know, it just makes me upset. You know, because it's a lot of people out here that be relying on these benefits, and um, it's really affecting them. And a lot of people, like, and they can't say, oh, all these people that get this stuff, they don't got jobs and all that. A lot of them do got jobs. You know, a lot of them just have this need additional help because they single parents or something like that, single fathers, single mothers, however the situation may go. Elderly, some of them is taking care of their elderly parents right now. Like, um, you know, the baby boomers are elderly people right now, and people are taking care of them. And then also, like, this is going to affect the medical cards. Like, if you're receiving Medicare and all that, you're not going to be able to go and get your medicine and, you know, different things like that. You know, and these elderly people rely on that. So people that's working, you know, a job, and they used to getting, you know, some type of benefits to help them assist them throughout the month. Now they're going to have to look at that paycheck, and they're going to have to say, I'm going to have to sacrifice either paying my rent to get medicine so that I can live, so that I won't die, especially if it's medicine that you need to live, like, so that you won't die, that's actually keeping you alive. Like, you want to sacrifice one for the other, you know, during this time. And it's just crazy. And these Democrats just don't see that shit. Like, they need to wake the fuck up and see what's really going on, unless they really don't want motherfuckers on none of this shit in the first place. Now, that's the only other logical option that I can think of, because that wall idea is definitely a good idea. So if they don't think that that's a good idea, then this must have been some type of elaborate plan that they've been coming up with for a long time, and then they finally want to use Trump as a scapegoat to actually implement the plan. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. It's crazy. But I don't know. I'm tired of talking about this shit. I'm tired of thinking about it. You know, I just know me and my babies be good. So we fine. You know, um, and I pray that everybody else find a way to work through this mess. Because it's definitely going to go on longer than what y'all think it is. Okay, and hopefully you guys can find some type of support, or somewhere like they do have food pantries that's going to be giving out food and different things like that. Um, so if y'all do run out, you know, y'all have somewhere else to go, you know, to help you guys out. And I don't know if y'all need, like, y'all can look around and see what kind of local stuff is in your area. They can help y'all with your rents and shit like that for the ones that's receiving public housing. If you yeah, or some of y'all just gonna have to fucking work 2 shifts, like work nonstop just to pay everything. You know, I mean, if you that's what you gotta do. If you gotta work 2 shifts, you know, to make sure that you and your family is good, then do that. You know, if you gotta pick up another job, then do that. Like, that's, you're gonna be forced to do it anyway. You know, you're gonna be forced to do it anyway, or else you're gonna be out there robbing and stealing, like, you know, to make ends meet. So that's why it's important for people to have fucking side hustles. Not only have their regular, you know, jobs, but have side hustles and have fucking businesses that they invested in. Because when times like this happen, you know, you don't have to really be like, oh, well, worry about what it is that you're going to do, you'll be good. You'll already know, like, well, I can maneuver this and maneuver that, but you'll have other sources of income coming in, or other sources of income coming in that can compensate for what's being taken away. So that's all I want to say, and I see you guys whenever I come back on live.